Now, for purposes of this class, I'm not going to demonstrate an eye fixation induction oven by itself, because I think all of you have either seen or used an eye fixation induction at one time or another. Nor am I going to demonstrate a progressive relaxation induction, because you can find thousands of examples of those on the internet. They're also in a lot of hypnosis books. I have my own variation of progressive relaxation, which is in the Art of Hypnosis. And I believe all of you have either experienced or facilitated progressive relaxation, whether you go from the feet up or the face down. Either direction can be just as effective. But I would like to demonstrate two different mental confusion techniques. And the two that Charles Tebbets taught are really all that I've ever had to use in 29 years of practice, although I've seen several other outstanding mental confusion scripts. But one of them involves a combination of mental confusion and eye fixation, where a client's eyes are open on odd numbers, closed on even numbers. And I count backwards from 100 with the idea that every time your eyes close, you go a little deeper. And when you forget to remember whether the eyes should be open or closed, you gradually go into hypnosis. Now, this, unlike most inductions, can actually be facilitated with an entire group. So I would like to demonstrate this one on a group basis for all of you who choose to participate. If you wish to observe, that's your choice. But for those of you who wish to participate, find an object to stare at. It can be the whiteboard, it can be the plant, it can be a spot up on the ceiling, or it can be this beautiful painting on the wall. Whatever you choose to stare at, and if you choose to go into hypnosis, get comfortably seated, find your most comfortable position, and take a couple of deep breaths. And when I start counting, on the first number you close your eyes. And after you take another deep breath, I'm going to say 100. Your eyes are closed. And every time you close your eyes, you feel an increasing desire to relax. And on 99, eyes open, staring at that same spot once again. And 98, eyes closed once again. Each time it's time to open the eyes, or try to open them, you find it's more and more difficult to try to stare at that same spot. 97, eyes open. And on 96, eyes closed. And something interesting begins to happen as the numbers get smaller. You go deeper, and you can either forget to remember whether the eyes should be open or closed, on odd or even, or closed or open, on even or odd, or vice versa. At 95, and deeper, and 94. Isn't it interesting how easy it is to forget to remember whether open or closed, odd or even? 93, 92. Or even or odd, or vice versa, or versa versa. 91, 90. Each time you try to open your eyes, you find it's easier and easier to discover the eyes going out of focus, and that's hypnosis coming on. 88. And the deeper you go, the easier it is to forget to remember open or closed, odd or even or odd. 85. And it's interesting, each time the eyes are closed when they should be open, or vice versa, you go deeper than before, or you find yourself going on into hypnotic relaxation. 80, and the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the easier it is to forget to remember open or closed. 75, and it's interesting on 70 that the numbers either become more and more unimportant or less and less important. 65, going deeper and releasing, relaxing, letting go. 60, and you may notice, even though the conscious mind can think many times faster than the spoken voice, it makes no difference. 55, whether your conscious mind is listening in or drifting and wandering. 50, or doing both, because Your subconscious can hear and respond to my voice, 45, until the numbers become so unimportant, 40, that you can either forget to remember some of the numbers or remember to forget most of them, because what's more important is your ability, 35, to imagine a beautiful, peaceful place, 30, and imagine that sense of relaxation that makes it so easy, 25, forgetting to remember some of the numbers, 20, or remembering to forget most of them, as it's easier to remember how pleasant your peaceful place is, 15, that you go deeper with every breath you take, every sound you hear, 10, 9, 8, releasing, relaxing, letting go, 7, 6, 5, and the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the easier it is, no matter where your conscious mind drifts or wanders. 4, your subconscious can still hear and respond to my voice as you go deeper and deeper. 3, 2, double the hypnosis or triple the trance. Imagining a place on 1 that is so comfortable, so peaceful, and so relaxing. It's easier and easier to go deeper and deeper. Relax on 0, way down into the soothing tranquility of inner peace, a very deep, hypnotic peace. Releasing, relaxing, letting go, enjoying the journey. And as you imagine more vividly your place of peace, it's amazing how easy it was to forget to remember whether the eyes were open or closed until you just found yourself with your eyes pleasantly closed in your pleasant, peaceful place, or your safe place that's so calm and so peaceful, with sights and sounds and sensations that are so serene and so relaxing. It's easier and easier to go deeper and deeper. Relax into the soothing tranquility of inner peace. And as you imagine a place of inner peace, allow yourself the ability to remember this place easily by touching your thumb to a finger that you choose as your peaceful place finger, so that anytime you touch your thumb to your peaceful place finger, it's an automatic connection to your place of inner peace. So in your waking state, it's an automatic reminder to connect to your peace, so that you are free to think with a clear mind and use your best wisdom, knowledge, understanding, training, and experience to be yourself, or to make good decisions, or to be calm, confident, composed, free to think with a clear mind. Or when you choose to meditate or go into self-hypnosis, with your eyes closed, you can take 2 or 3 deep breaths, touching your thumb to your peaceful place finger, and immediately imagine your place of inner peace with sights and sounds and sensations that are so calm and so peaceful and so tranquil and so relaxing that it's easy to immediately or comfortably go into a state of meditation or self-hypnosis, doing what you choose to do. Or you can use this method to go to sleep at night when you choose to, because you have the power of choice. And like a muscle that's used is stronger with use, your power of choice is stronger with use. So every time you use your peaceful place trigger to connect to your place of inner peace, it becomes more effective for you as an additional reminder that you have the power of choice, the freedom to be the person you choose to be. And as I start counting from 1 to 5, you can slowly, gently, gradually come back to conscious awareness, remembering how effective this induction was for you, so that you can comfortably use it for the clients where it's appropriate. Number 1, slowly and gently and gradually becoming aware of the room and the here and now and the chair that you're sitting on, with a realization on number 2 that imagination is a language of the subconscious. So imagine feeling the way you wish to feel for the rest of the day. And on 3, giving yourself the idea that anytime and every time you get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, you're totally alert and responsive to any and all traffic and road situations. Stretching a little bit on number 4, and on 5, when you are ready, eyes open, time to come back the rest of the way. And thank you for flying Hypnotic Airlines. Isn't this good stuff? Isn't it amazing that you can use a mental confusion induction with a group of people? Now, how many of you in the room felt that you got into a deep or medium deep state. That's over half the hands in the room. On a typical progressive relaxation induction, you would be lucky to have 1/4 of the hands indicating a deep state. So does that give you an idea of how more effective a mental confusion induction can be with people who are analytical? I did this one time in a room of about 40 hypnotherapists, and almost every hand in the room went up. 35 hands went up, stating that they felt they went deep. And then one of the hands stayed up and said, "Can I talk?" I said, "Sure." She said, "I've never gotten past a light state in a group hypnosis." And she said, "I'm absolutely flabbergasted that I went into somnambulism." And she said, "I don't even remember when you stopped counting." So how many of you don't remember any numbers below 50? Any? Okay. So did you notice I counted every number in the 90s, but I started skipping some numbers in the 80s? And that added to the mental confusion. How many of you found yourself either having your eyes open or closed at the wrong time, even in the 90s? Quite a few hands. Isn't that interesting? Okay. How many of you forgot to notice that I started counting by 5s from 85 down? Surprise! Aha! Okay. And what's the lowest number I counted to? Was it 10? Pardon? 9? Okay. How many heard me? Oh, 90 is the last number you heard. Okay, that was very effective for you. You had a partial hypnotic amnesia because I counted by 5s from 85 down to 10. How many think 10 was the last number I counted? Any of you heard 10? 5? Okay. You heard 5. Okay. Did anyone hear 1? One of you heard 1. Okay. 2 of you heard 1. 3 of you heard 1. Okay. So 1 was the last number I said. Actually, I counted all the way to 0. I never count to 0 except when I do this version of the mental confusion induction. How many of you didn't know I said 0 until I mentioned it here? That's most of the hands.
I think I remembered it, but I wasn't quite sure.
I counted by 5s from 85 to 10, and then I counted every number from 10 down to 0. And the partial hypnotic amnesia is evidence that you were at least in a medium level of hypnosis. So that's an example of why this is a powerful induction for analytical people like me.